Well, let's take a look at what is happening with the markets, and we start off with the local bourse that got a positive handover from the Asian markets. Of course, starting off for the week on a positive note, we are seeing mostly red on that screen, with the all share up almost 0.5% today. The resources coming back into green territory today, leading those gains there. Advancing almost 2%, with the financial 15 also there with a gain of more than 0.1%. But bucking that trend is the industrial 25 with a slight decline of almost 0.1%. Let's take a look at what is happening stateside, and on that front, Wall Street investors still digesting the impact or the possible impact of the softer jobs numbers for April that we got on Friday. Of course, they're surprising to the downside, with the growth there coming in less than what markets had anticipated. Of course, now leading the markets to kind of start factoring in and talking about a rate cut from the Fed, with a softer labor market on that front. Of course, also investors sifting through comments coming out from Fed officials this week after the meeting last week. A sea of green over there, S&P 500 with a gain of more than 0.5%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq advancing almost 2/3%, and the Dow edging higher by almost 0.1%. Let's take a look at what is happening in the European markets, and markets across the Atlantic also displaying positive sentiment, with the FTSE 100 up by more than 0.5%. The CAC 40 there with a gain of almost a similar margin, and the DAX advancing more than 0.9%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The rand coming back nicely there with a little bit of strength against the US dollar at 18.45 against that currency, against the pound at 23.20, and against the euro at 19.89. Let's take a look at what is happening with the other currency pairs, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.07, pound dollar at 1.25, and the yen just below 154 against the US dollar.